The FBI says members of a militia group planned to kill a police officer and then attack other cops when they gathered in Michigan for the...
Here's the reason I'm bringing these stories up together. We have a plot by these militia members in Michigan to wage war against the government as part of what they believe is a Christian movement against the Antichrist. Because they believe that Christ will return to the earth after a war, the Armageddon War, apparently, in which the Antichrist is killed. So this is part of what they saw tied to the government. And these are Christians acting on what they believed was their religion's call. But now that 9/11 has happened, if there was another attack, not on that scale, I'm not talking about the airlines and the whole story there, but like the one that happened in Moscow today, what would that do to our American way of life? What would that do to our public transportation systems? What would that do to our sense of security? What would that do to our psyches? And what would we be willing to do in response? The Democrats have pretty much had their way. The liberal Democrats, more specifically, have pretty much had their way with legislation. They got their health care bill rammed down our throats. And by the way, we're going to talk to former Senator Mike DeWine about that story and Attorney General Richard Cordray's decision not to join the other states in a lawsuit to try to stop that federal law from being implemented here in the state of Ohio. We're going to do that coming up next half hour. But my point being, the liberal Democrats have had their way with legislation, and they are pretty much just expanding their progressive socialist agenda as far as they want. When it comes to national security, would they have their way if this were to happen here? Or would there be a little bit more of a call to order and strength, even if privacy concerns were compromised there? 216-578-1100, 888-723-WTAM. I want to go to Cleveland and say hi to Sam. Sam, thanks for waiting. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, great show. Here's my question.
Yes.
Is Sarah Palin, Rush Limbaugh, and Glenn Beck that airs on your show, especially, and they're telling people, basically, that militia types that listen to these programs, get your guns, reload. They've been coming to Obama rallies with their guns and on their sidearms. Now, do they are going to be held responsible for egging on these people? Obviously, have mental disease, and they're listening to this. I mean, that's what I want to know. Are they going to be held accountable when a bunch of people in this country is going to die from the hands of these people? The Tea Parties, it's getting real nasty. They're advocating armed revolt in this country. So I would take your answer off yours.
Yeah, you sure will, because I was about to hang up on you, because you might be the dumbest person that I've ever heard call a radio show. Did you not listen to what I said, you idiot? Did you not listen to what these people are doing? These people are acting out because of their belief in the Bible. You think they're plotting to kill cops because of something Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh said? Or Sarah Palin? They believe the Antichrist is coming. They believe that they are acting in the same twisted way that the Muslim jihadists target the United States and other Western freedom-loving nations because of their hijacking of their religion. That's what these Christians have done. And you think they're acting out on behalf of what some talk show host says? If you honestly think that, I'm going to tell you something right now, Sam. You and anybody else who thinks that Glenn Beck or Rush Limbaugh or Sarah Palin can influence people to pick up arms and target police officers the way these idiots did, I'll tell you something. You are far, far more dangerous to our country than those militia members. You are what's going to get people killed. You are going to be what incites violence. You and that type of ridiculous, twisted, left-wing, nut root thinking, that's what's going to get people killed. You want to blame talk show hosts because people are pissed at the government. You want to blame talk show hosts. These people are acting on their own twisted grasp of what they think their religion is calling them to do, whether it be the Muslims attacking in Moscow or whether it be these Christians that are trying and plotting to attack here. And you want to blame it on talk show hosts. You are more dangerous than those militia members or any talk show host could ever be because you're an idiot and you're vocal about your idiocy.